When Joshua was an old man, the Lord said to him, "You are growing old, and much land remains to be conquered. The people still need to occupy the land of the Philistines and the Gershites, territory that belongs to the Canaanites. This land extends from the stream of Shihor, which is on the boundary line of Egypt, northward to the boundary of Ekron, and includes the 5 Philistine cities of Gaza, the land of the Avites. In the south also remains to be conquered. In the north, this area has not yet been conquered. All the land of the Canaanites, including Mira, stretching northward Apek, on the border of the Amorites, the land of the Gebalites, and all of Lebanon mountain area to the east, from Baal-Gad beneath Mount Hermon to Lebo Hamath, and all the hill country from Lebanon to Misiphoth-Maim, including all the land of the Sidonians. I will drive these people out of the land for the Israelites, so be sure to give this land to Israel as a special possession, just as I have commanded you. Include all this territory as Israel's inheritance when you divide the land among the 9 tribes and the half-tribe of Manasseh." Half the tribe of Manasseh and the tribes of Reuben and Gad had already received their inheritance on the east side of the Jordan, for Moses, the servant of the Lord, had previously assigned this land to them. Their territory extended from Arur to the edge of the Arnon Gorge, to the plain beyond Medeba, as far as Dibon. It also included all the towns of King Sihon of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon, and extended as far as the borders of Ammon. It included Gilead, the territory of the kingdoms of Gusher and Maacah, all of Mount Hermon, all of Bashan as far as Zelkah, and all the territory of King Og of Bashan, who had reigned in Ashtoreth and Edrei. King Og was the last of the Rephaites, for Moses had attacked them and driven them out. But the Israelites failed to drive out the people of Gusher and Maacah, so they continued to live among the Israelites to this day. Moses did not assign any land to the tribe of Levi. Instead, as the Lord had promised them, their inheritance came from the offerings burned on the altar to the Lord, the God of Israel. Moses had assigned the following to the families of the tribe of Reuben. Their territory extended from the Aror to the edge of the Arnon Gorge, to the plain beyond Medeba. It included Heshbon and the other towns on the plain. The land of Reuben also included all the towns of the plain and the entire kingdom of Sihon. Sihon was the Amorite king who had reigned in Heshbon and was killed by Moses along with the chiefs of Midian, Evi, Rechem, Zur, Hur, and Reba, princes living in the region who were allied with Sihon. The Israelites also killed Balaam and Magician, the son of Bor. The Jordan River marked the western boundary for the tribe of Reuben. The towns and valleys in this area were given as an inheritance to the families of the tribe of Reuben. Moses had assigned the following area to the families of the tribe of Gad. Their territory included Jezer, all the towns of Gilead, and half of the land of Ammon, as far as the town of Aror just west of Rabbah. It extended from Heshbon to Ramath Mizpah and Betonim, and from Mahanaim to Lodebar. In the valley were Beth Haram, Beth Nimrah, Sakoth, Zaphon, and the rest of the kingdom of King Sihon of Heshbon. The Jordan River was the western border, extending as far north as the Sea of Galilee. The towns and villages in this area were given as an inheritance to the families of the tribe of Gad. Moses had assigned the following area to the families of the half-tribe of Manasseh. Their territory extended from Mahanaim, including all of Bashan, all the former kingdom of King Og, and the 60 towns of Jair in Bashan. It also included half of Gilead and King Og's royal cities of Ashtoreth and Edrei. All this was given to the descendants of Machir, who was Manasseh's son. These are the allotments Moses had made while he was on the plains of Moab across the Jordan River east of Jericho. But Moses gave no land to the tribe of Levi, for the Lord the God of Israel had promised to be their inheritance. The remaining tribes of Israel inherited the land in Canaan, as allotted by Eleazar the priest. Joshua son of Nun and the tribal leaders, these 9.5 tribes received their inheritance by means of sacred lots, in accordance with the Lord's command through Moses. Moses had already given an inheritance of the land to the 2.5 tribes on the east side of the Jordan River. The tribe of Joseph had become 2 separate tribes. Manasseh and Ephraim and the Levites were given no land at all, only towns to live in and the surrounding pasture lands for their flocks and herds. So the distribution of the land was in strict accordance with the Lord's instructions to Moses. A delegation from the tribe of Judah, led by Caleb son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, came to Joshua at Gilgal. Caleb said to Joshua, "Remember what the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, about you and me when we were at Kadesh Barnea? I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to explore the land of Canaan. I returned and gave from my heart a good report. But my brothers who went with me frightened the people and discouraged them from entering the promised land. For my part, I followed the Lord my God completely. So that day Moses promised me, the land of Canaan on which you were just walking will be your special possession and that of your descendants forever, because you wholeheartedly followed the Lord my God. Now, as you can see, the Lord has kept me alive and well, and he promised for all these 45 years since Moses had made his promise, even while Israel wandered in the wilderness. Today I am 85 years old. I am as strong now as I was when Moses sent me on that journey, and I can still travel and fight as well as I could then. So I'm asking you to give me the hill country that the Lord promised me. You will remember that as scouts we found the Anakites living there in great walled cities, but if the Lord is with me, I will drive them out of the land, just as the Lord said." So Joshua blessed Caleb son of Jephunneh and gave him Hebron as his inheritance. Hebron still belongs to the descendants of Caleb son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, because he wholeheartedly followed the Lord, the God of Israel, and the land had rest from war.